I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Kevin King with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On the ground, it's Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looking to throw on second down. Haskins. It's Kelsey on the ground. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This is Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Get him, boys!
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down.
Check. Check how he goes.
On third down, here comes Barber. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Check the back foot.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1. On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Redskins 42, Lions 13.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford. He's going to air it out deep for Amendola. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Check three. H3. Come on. Watch out. Check 13.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 48-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Stafford throwing deep for Galladay. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the boot.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Haskins looking for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Redskins 49, Lions 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
Shift! Watch the shift!
49, check 49, check 49.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Check, 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 check. Let it go.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
10 yards there. Good for a Redskin first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think